Hello, stuff lovers and fellow pickers. It's been a long time. I'm very happy to see you. And nothing was wrong or anything like that. But life just gets out of hand sometimes, and we've had to help my mom with some things. She's had some back problems and that sort of thing, and we're just taking care of life stuff. But mostly, I want to focus on what we're bringing you today. And one of my themes today is to say that I refuse the world that is being offered to me right now in all its negativity, and I will decide to create my own vision of life. And I think you are much like me. You like to find perspective in your life and to look for the silver lining and look for joy in the hidden places. That's why we're pickers or stuff lovers. So I just thought I would show you some of the treasure we've been finding. We've been finding new ways to sell, sometimes at auctions, sometimes on marketplace, etc. So we're pushing on. Just when we think, oh, how are we going to sell this now? It's more difficult with the tariffs and this and that and selling online, and there are still ways. So that is what I mean by I refuse to let all of that get me down, and I'm going to choose how to look at things. So, we've had a couple of estate sales lately, and I may even have some stuff to show you that was before the holidays when we went to some sales. So, let me just give you an idea of the kind of stuff we've been finding. This is probably familiar to you. It is a Christmas ornament made out of satin thread or silk thread, some people say. I had no idea this was worth anything, but I have seen people sell them, and according to eBay, they look like they are selling maybe for, maybe 20 ornaments for $25, something like that. So I did not discount them this time when we went out picking, because I thought, we'll try it. We'll see. I haven't put them up so far, but they'll be a nice thing to try. Over here, I have a little friend. She's a vintage musical angel, all ready for the holidays. And again, that's something that I think is very typical of the 60s, 70s, and is just completely charming and fantasy-like. So definitely a good pickup. It was just like a couple of dollars, and she's going to sing for a little while. So we'll have to bear with the angel. Some more Christmas stuff that I found just a couple of weeks ago. I love this bell because there's a little elf hanging from the bell as a clamper, and it's all decked out in plastic mistletoe, has a nice bow on it, and is all glittery and oversized. So I think someone is going to love this for their vintage holidays. It's full of joy and Christmas magic. Not Christmas is this lovely enamel on copper abstract art kind of decorative plate. They always do well for us, although the interest seems to die down right now a little bit, but we shall see in the future. Eagles usually do well. This is just aluminum and not like a nice big brass version, but somebody is going to want this. It was originally $5, but I paid something like $2 for it in a great big bundle. Just decorative and a good subject. Oh, here is something. I love the little boxes. I don't really care what. I love them. I think it's because they herald jewelry, don't they? And this one still has the velvety thing inside. It's obviously just pot metal, but I like the chrysanthemum kind of motif on it. And I picked it up, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do a little lot of these trinket boxes if it's not worth enough on its own. But I just think it's a fabulous, evocative thing. Oh, I picked up some doozies. Doozies. This is, whatever this is, it's some flowers, like some velvet flowers, fabric flowers in a frame. Again, this was like a couple of dollars. It says made in Canada on the back, and they're just kind of goofy and full of fantasy. Vintage, probably 60s, 70s. My husband picked this up, and I thought, good, we can deal with this. This is, of course, a letter opener. We have the keychain that goes along with it, which is supposed to be kind of Zuni style. And a little bit of, sorry about that, little bit of stone inlay. We'll see how that does. It's supposed to be something that is worth something, so we'll see. Picked up this tiny beaded purse, just a sort of jewelry thing. I'll show you my pink background. And we also have, not jewelry, but this set of placemats. It's by Pimpernel, but the great thing is that it's also a collaboration with Port Marion. Port Marion, which usually has beautiful motifs and does quite well, usually, but especially a nice Christmas holly and ivy motif like this. That motif, in most things, I've sold a plate like that once, and that sold for like $25, just one plate. These can bring in like $30, $40. It's sealed, so that's got possibilities. Speaking of possibilities, I have some jewelry to show you. You usually like to see jewelry, don't you? I know I do. Here we go. Okay, so this, I hope I'm showing this well, I'm just going to make sure, is a 60s, 70s cross with a square motif in the middle with rhinestones on it. And I liked it because it's oversized, it's crazy, and the pattern makes me think of brutalist designs. So it's got this sort of brutalist, but it's also very ta-da. I thought that's different enough that I'm going to pick it up even though it's not marked. Then some fun little things like this brooch here, which is a like a Celtic design brooch. This one's harder to show you like that, but I will try. So it has a stone as well on it, a green stone. And we also have this thing, which has a leprechaun sitting at his pot of gold, and the pot of gold has a little stone in the middle. I'm gonna try and show it to you just like this as well. Not signed, but an interesting theme. I know I'm gonna be a little bit late for St. Patrick's Day, but I wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day. Then I found this, and I was very interested in this. It's basically a Chinese coin bracelet. It was in fairly good condition. It's not signed, but I've seen some that are of the same thing sell for about $25 on eBay. This cost me about $2. I also got some damascene. This damascene is not marked or signed. I'll show you this. I'll try a little bit of a background with it. I can't. I will organize myself better next time, but it's a little scene of two people on a horse, basically. And now the next thing is something that I really liked, and it's damascene again, but the design is particularly lovely as far as I'm concerned. Stuff falling on the ground. If you can see, there's a butterfly motif. There are other scenes there going on. And it looks a little bit older. And this particular type of motif is made in Japan. And the background is blackened and then scratched to create a motif with silver and 24 karat gold. It's not made of 24 karat gold, you understand, but the places where it is scratched, that's where you have the silver and gold. So I thought very dainty and lovely. And then at the same sale, I got not a matching necklace, but something very close to that. Beautiful scenes again. And it's marked K24, which is the idea of the 24 karat gold. But oh my, I love this thing. I love that it's like a lavalier and that you have these two kind of pendants from it. Little scenes of houses and butterflies. And it just drops down beautifully. So hopefully we're going to get maybe 40 to 60 on the necklace. It takes a while to sell jewelry right now, but is that going to stop me? And eventually you get something like that. So eventually you get a good profit with it. But I still have to show you one of my favorite pieces of jewelry. I mean, the necklace I particularly like for what it is. Not necessarily something I would wear. Sorry. But it's, I love the way it's designed, constructed. It represents a place and time, and I love it. But this just looks like a big piece of red candy, and I love it. Again, it was $2. It's not signed, it's not anything but faceted glass, but it's just entrancing. It's just something that makes me feel like I'm in a fairy tale. So we've got that. I really don't know, that kind of thing doesn't sell for much by itself, but I may try it anyways, because some other people may feel the same way I do about it. And if not, then maybe a small lot of a few different brooches or pieces of jewelry. And one more thing I want to show you is this little cooler. Doo-doo-doo. It's a little cooler. It's not a big one, but it's so charming. It's got scratches and dings, but I love the size of it. I think people might really want that size of vintage cooler to bring to the beach this summer if they're in that frame of mind. We usually do well with coolers. And I'll show you one more thing because it's one of those outrageous, ta-da! It's in its original package. And within you have a wooden salt and pepper. You have some wooden utensils, yeah, kind of serving, grilling utensils. And some, they tell me right here, 2 color-fast absorbent kitchen towels. And you know, they're 70% cotton and 30% rayon. I mean, this is quality stuff, you know. So from like the early 70s or something, everything is brown and yellow. But I do love the little village at the top of the illustration and people's lives going on. Just like our lives going on. And there will be soon more, better, because the season is coming. And I still have loads of stuff that I can show you at any time that we've gotten within the last few months. So hopefully your sales and your pickups and your exploration of abandoned houses are going well. I've missed you very much, and I hope we can chat again really soon. You can always leave a comment down below what you've been up to. I'd love to see, and I'd love to hear of anything really cool that you've found. Take it easy.